how's it going? It's me, Laszlo from Camp Laszlo.
What up? It's Ryan Sierra. It is Pairs fucking part 4, but it's the start of Route 2. Or, it's not officially Route 2. Technically, it's going to be Route 4, according to this perspective. Technically, James was Route 3, but I called that last part ending of Route 1. Um, I'm going to do Ricardo, and let's have a blast. Let's have a little bit of a blast, you and I. And also, yeah, wow, no monetization for this video, but who cares? Who cares? Because if I had a Patreon, I'd ask you to donate to it. So that's all. That's all that really matters. Concentrate, glamour. I can't. Not when you call me by that stupid name. Yukiji, my teammate, doesn't respond, giving me an open window to air my grievances. Fuck me already, screwing. Glamour, Dragon, Analyst, even Yukiji goes by Silhouette now. Tags. Nothing but a bunch of fancy nicknames meant to make a person seem like more than they are. They call us naturals, but there's nothing natural about the way we're paraded around. Join the ranks of the World Protection Program, because saving the world starts with you. I've seen a lot of glamours in my lifetime, but this is maybe the greatest illusion I've ever seen sold to the public. And I'm not even the one who crafted it. A voice breaks through my introspection, though. You're thinking about unnaturals again, aren't you? I'm thinking about artificials, yes. Call us whatever you want, as long as you concentrate. I keep my eyes shut, snorting. You know it's your turn soon. You're supposed to be getting your first unsupervised assignment. Dragon, too. My teammate's voice is slightly taunting. Rather than waste your time thinking about frivolous things, don't you want to be ready? I open my eyes and the illusion disappears. It's not real anyway, just the practiced glamour of a memory. Carmelita always tells me not to reflect on old conversations like this. She says it's not positive or constructive, but I can't help it. I've always been too introspective for my own good. For a moment I considered knocking on Dragon's door and talking to her about it. That's what she always tells me to do, but I check my wall clock. No, definitely not. Since we were kids, Carmelita's always been the type to get out of bed at the first beam of sunlight, then sag into my arms at 8 p.m. on the dot. The thought of Carmelita in my arms makes me smile too, but no matter what, even I know that it's still late to wake her. I should just take a walk. I get up from the bed when the voice of Analyst, my team mentor, booms from the speakers, probably in hopes to scare me.
Well. Look who it is. Aren't you up a bit late?
What he lacks in physical presence, he makes up for in omnipresence, by which I mean he tries his hardest to annoy the shit out of me when I least expect it. Aren't you?
That's no way to talk to your superior.
I let out an annoyed sigh. The superior card. Superiors didn't check up on their teammates at midnight with an announcement. Instead of saying that, I take the path of least resistance and answer anyway. Couldn't sleep. Analyst's voice is gentle.
That's to be expected. Tomorrow is a big day for you.
Big day, yeah. I'm just dying to get my assignment.
You don't seem very enthusiastic.
I spare a smile. I'm pretty sure Carmelita's got enough enthusiasm for the entire city. Analyst doesn't respond at first. I reach out to press my hand against the touchpad beside my door when he speaks one last time.
About you and Carmelita. Is it true that you're in a relationship?
What's he asking about us for? Man, I don't know, dude. Woo! Decline. My hand falters away from the touchpad. I know he doesn't have eyes and can't see me, but I still turn towards the speaker. What's it to you? Analyst's tone is carefully measured.
Because protocol fuck me. Because protocol states...
I snort. I didn't care about protocol before, and I won't start now. I have missions. I obey orders, and then I'm out. You can control me on the field, but don't think you can control me at home. Analyst is calm as always. He knows what I know, that the only reason I can be so frank is because I know he cares about me. If he could let out a deep, disappointed breath, he would, but instead Instead, he ends the video right here. Oh my god, we're gonna set. Fuck you. What the fuck? Well, where have you been? Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Ryan Sierra. We're playing pairs. We are playing the Ricardo route. Let's give it our all. Apparently, we're considering what would happen if a guy let out a sigh. If he could let out a deep, disappointed breath, he would, but instead, he pauses and lets the air hang empty between us for a long, uncomfortable moment, just long enough to make me feel guilty. Even so.
Even so, Ricardo, you must remember that I am on your side. I've known you since you were a child, and Black Sunset and Coast were my friends.
Don't call them that. My voice pierces the air sharply, maybe even more than I mean to.
My parents had
Hello. Haha, jokes. My parents had names. Real names. Not. Analyst relents as I force myself to relax, leaning against the door.
Your parents, Rosa and Miguel, they were my friends. I was sorry to lose them both in battle at Star Bay. Miguel, you was what?
Bruh, you are the third person I've seen playing Valheim. What is going on?
I am still so sorry.
I let out a sigh, then straighten. I turn towards the door again. If that's all, I'll be going then. I pause, but Analyst doesn't speak to stop me. A sign that we're finished. I press my hand against the touchpad and take a walk. Take a walk. Take a walk. As always, the training room is well lit. What a weird sentence. Most nocturnal naturals come out this time anyway. I'm definitely not one of them, but my occasional insomnia has made me cross paths with enough to be familiar with them. A few heads turn, then go back to practicing. As you can see, head right here, head right here. For once, I don't have to bother with an illusion. The training room is empty of anyone who would feel inclined to annoy me. Relaxed, I take a seat and watch them train. It dawns on me that I don't even know their names. You really need to stop brooding. It's bad for your health. I hate when you do that. My old roommate Victor is somewhere beside me, unseen but unfortunately not unheard. Just the way he likes it. Oh, isn't there a choice that comes up here that's like, hit Victor or do not hit Victor? Such a, you know what, can we save here? Alright. I don't know. I want to see what happens if we hit him, and then I want to reload and see what happens if we don't. Can you not for once? And not get to enjoy the fact that most people think you're talking to yourself right now? Although, why would they? Because why wouldn't it be in their mind, in their realm of possibility, that he's talking to a dude who knows camouflage, if this is like a sci-fi futuristic, like, you know? God damn it. God damn it. I grimace. You never did know when to read the mood. Oh, trust me, my EQ is off the charts. I've never known Victor. I've never known what Victor looks like, but if I could guess, he'd have a self-satisfied grin, complete with missing teeth. Missing because I couldn't be the only one who wanted to hit him in the mouth every now and then. I'm going back to my room. Right. You've got a big day tomorrow. I grimace inwardly. Why does everyone keep saying that? Isn't it your turn to play I Spy with your little girlfriend? It's times like these where I have to consider Analyst might be right about my relationship with Carmelita being a little too codependent. As much as I want to see for myself what color an invisible man's blood would be, the knowledge that Carmelita would kill me if I got suspended before our first solo assignments keeps my hands glued to my pockets. Whatever, man. Best to just avoid losing my temper now and end up disappointing Carmelita than end up with a suspension. Even if rearranging his face would bring me near ultimate satisfaction. Turning away, I start the walk back towards my dorm. There's no point in having reported Victor and still fighting with him. He's already been removed from my room and it's late anyway. I have to report at 7 in the morning. Unfortunately, I seem to be the only one who wants to leave well enough alone. You're running away from me, Ricky boy? You're running away from me, Ricky boy? I tense, my shoulders stiff. If you ask me, you're getting too cocky for your own good. You think that just because you're dating Dragon now you're somebody? Dragon just feels bad for you, little orphan boy. Oof, 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 oof. He thinks I'm not worthy of her time? Ha. I kinda wanna say this one. I snort, not even bothering to turn around. Oh, so you know her better than she knows herself now. What did you say, Fernandez? If she chose you, maybe then you'd have some weight in your words, but considering that Carmelita is the one who agreed to date me, I don't think she'd agree with you. It's her choice. It's always been her choice. And she chose to be with me, not you. If you don't like it, ask her to choose again. But I'm not sure you would like what she says that time either. My simple logic incenses him into silence, but not for long. Well, you know what, Fernandez? I tune out Victor's voice completely, turning my thoughts towards Carmelita instead. If I listen close, I can practically hear Carmelita's too loud, too cheerful voice encouraging me. You don't have to rise up to the bait if you don't want to. You're stronger than he is, and I know you're bigger than this. That's why I love you so much, you know? Back then, when she used to say things like that, I'd known already that she didn't mean it romantically, and I'd been fine with the way we were. Now that I think about it, she doesn't drop the L word nearly as easily as she did back then, back before we started dating. I would have thought that she'd say it more rather than less, but it's nice that I get to hear it all in that way, I guess. Beggars can't be choosers. Wipe that smug grin off your face, Glamour. I don't bother replying. I can't help smiling, honestly. Tired of being ignored, Victor lets out a petulant sigh. Not long after, an invisible force shoves against my shoulder, followed by the door to the training room slamming shut. I rub my arm lightly and let out a sigh. I hadn't been able to sleep before, but I didn't mean to stay up this late. I head back towards my room to go to bed. At least I feel tired this time. Hey, Ricardo. Carmelita? Oh, shit. Maybe we should try it? What do you mean? You know, Yukiji was just mistaken, and not just her. People mistake us all the time for, you know, a couple. I know, but damn, she looks so disgusted. Since then, I haven't been able to get it out of my mind. That night after practice, I couldn't give you an answer because us being together had never occurred to me. I thought we could just be friends forever, but maybe that's not what I want. What are you saying? I'm saying that I think we should... Ricardo, I know you're ignoring me. Just get up already. Huh? Oh, come on. You already know Analyst hates latecomers. He will definitely dock us both points. Oh, I'm not dreaming at all. I let out a groan. Analyst didn't even have the courtesy to wake me up. Jerk. I crack open my eyes, but I'm so tired that they feel like they're covered in a layer of plastic. And Carmelita is still annoyed at me. Ricardo, you get ready right now or else I'm dragging you into the bathroom and scrubbing you myself. You are not making me late again. I protest silently. If I could concentrate, maybe I'd be able to make an illusion that'd make her think I was awake. If only. She knows me too well for my illusions to work on her. And anyway, I'm not the reason we're late every time. God. The door. I can't help but tease her. I've known her long enough to know that her bubbles are almost impossible to burst as an outside source. Like me losing all my beauty sleep? Her lips curl, a warning glance flashing in her eyes. Worse. Just as easily as it appeared, the warning vanishes, swallowed by her excitement. Come on, let's go! Analyst is waiting for us in the training room. I know rolling my eyes will just make her start throwing things at me, so I resist. Whatever you say, Karma. I hesitate. I hate tags. I really do, but her expectant eyes make it impossible for me to say her real name to her face. I let out an internal sigh and correct myself. Dragon. Her smile is nearly twice as blinding as the artificial lights are. I would squint if it wasn't secretly basking in it. Interesting, so he's like, he doesn't like the tag thing, and he thinks being a hero is overrated, and she's like, please call me by my codename, dude. I love it. When we enter the training room, Carmelita's eyes dart around excitedly, as though she's looking for someone. It's empty. No surprise, though. Analyst is the one giving out our assignments, and he could hardly make an appearance. I barely remember what he looked like back then.
What is it?
What's what? She looks at me, her head tilted in that curious expression of hers. Honestly, I can never tell if I'm easy to read or if she knows me just that well.
You're making that... I'm thinking about something I want to tell you, but it's not really important, so never mind, face again.
I smother a smile. That's oddly specific. Not that it's wrong, just specific. I was thinking about Leo. You know, analyst before he was analyst. I can't remember what he looked like before. She purses her lips thoughtfully.
Wasn't he kind of tall?
I shrug mildly. Beats me. I was 11 back then. I feel like everybody's tall when you're a kid. Or when they're you.
You're just saying that because you happened to get a growth spurt first.
First? You still think you have a chance?
I do!
I don't know, Carmelita. Most people stop growing after... Shh!
If you say it out loud, it might not actually happen.
I think her height is cute, but I keep my mouth shut. We both fall silent, and Carmelita looks at her feet, thinking.
Oh!
Her head jerks up suddenly, her grin strangely triumphant.
He was bald. Remember, he wore those circle glasses and we used to call him...
Mr. Moon Eyes. Hey!
Right, until Mom told us it was rude to call him that to his face.
Oh my god, what is this game? We share knowing looks. I wish Victor could see... I blink. Why did I think of that nuisance now? Carmelita speaks in her sing-song voice, sighing slightly.
You're making that face again.
I shake my head and glance at her. You know... She knows me too well. I cough to hide my smile. Saying that kind of thing out loud would only serve to embarrass her, which is exactly what I don't want. It's nothing. I steal another glance at her. When I do, all I can see is the person I love most in the world, whom I defend over anyone, dude. Oh. I pick up my file from my desk, rereading the debriefing of whom I am supposed to become. Analyst's serious tone echoes in my mind. Are your objectives clear? I flip it open, murmuring the contents under my breath to memorize them. Antonio Valentino, friendly, light brown skin, mid-length hair, curly, graying brown. I want to concentrate, but of course my mind goes back to Carmelita, and more specifically, our assignment. So, I'm supposed to protect you.
I thought you would be pleased. The council highly approves of your work.
I try not to let my mood darken at the intrusion on my privacy, letting out a tense sigh. You know, it'd be great if you could give me a warning bell before you just pop in.
Call it revenge for calling me Annie earlier.
But Annie's cute. And I thought you liked nicknames, Leonard. He doesn't respond at first. Then his voice crackles through the speaker.
It's been a while since I heard that name. And I did prefer being called Leo over Leonard back in the day, but that was before. There's not really much use for a civilian identity if I don't ever have a chance to use it. Analyst is fine.
Analyst is fine?
No, I mean...
Damn, that's sad. that was a truth bomb he just dropped. Because he's implying that, like, he just lives on this ship and never is going to go back down to Earth again. I guess I'll say this. This is a great way to still stay in character and deflect him, but also respect his wishes. Personally, I hate it. I really do. Not calling him analyst makes me feel like he's giving up a part of what makes him human, and maybe by calling him analyst, I'm part of the problem. At the same time, he seems at peace with it, even happy. Even I couldn't quite understand it. I guess I can't be mad at him for choosing happiness. I clear my throat. I remember when you used to let me call you Lele.
I don't.
Really?
Not if I can help it.
Leonard wasn't the easiest thing for a 3-year-old to say.
Even if I don't go by it anymore, I still prefer Leo. And I always knew your parents were trying to teach you to call me Leonard.
I laugh, but it's alone. For a second it flickers in my mind, an image of how Analyst used to look. I think of trying to conjure the illusion, but it seems disrespectful somehow. If this is who Leo wants to be, then I guess I should let him be. I lie back on my bed, feeling lighter. Don't think I've forgotten the true issue at hand. I mean, either way, the real problem is you showing up in my room at any time without warning.
Warning bells can be heard through the district. People would think you were getting extra attention.
His unapologetic tone is all I need to hear to know that he can't be bothered to care, but even so, I can't help but lift an incredulous eyebrow at that. And I'm not. Analyst doesn't answer my question, choosing instead to ignore it pointedly.
Anyway, I thought you'd like an assignment that allows you some flexibility and would motivate you into getting a good score.
I press my lips together. He's not exactly wrong, especially considering that my motivation has been at an all-time low lately. One thing I can say for Carmelita is that, unlike me, she actually believes in the WPP's mission. WPP. Carmelita and I walk together towards our target, the hanging strings of my glamours between us swirling gently in the wind.
Oh hey, this was where... What color are they today?
You have got to be fucking kidding. Oh my god. Oh god, dude, I didn't know I was gonna... Fuck. Bites my lip, asterisk. Her voice breaks my focus, makes my eyes meet hers. The colors? I look down at myself, more specifically at the translucent strings dangling from my fingers. Antonio is kind of blue. Ariadne is... I squint. It's a bright, somewhat obnoxious green color. Chartreuse.
I see.
I know that she can't really see them. It's always been hard to explain how illusions work, how I make the strings and throw the illusion so that it wraps all around a person like a second skin. It's strange. Whenever I have her glamored like this, I can sometimes get a sense of how she's feeling from our connection, like data streaming through the strings as they were electric wires. Even without looking at her, I get a distinct feeling that she's anxious. I stop in my tracks. You want to stop here? Refresh a little bit? She looks up from the ground suddenly, her smile blinding.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
She plops down on a bench, then gestures for me to join her. I glance around us, but don't sit. Can I see my file? Carmelita nods her head, then takes a deep breath. I lean away from her, just a little. I'd like to say I'm used to it, watching her pull things from thin air, but in reality, my ears are sore just thinking about it. It doesn't seem to affect her all the same, but I can't help but want to avoid my ears popping again. She tries not to look pleased when she opens the portal on the first try. Having such consistency is new, in my opinion. She really needs to practice more so she'll be able to translocate herself. What if her cover's blown and she needs to escape during some future mission? What if... What if I end the part here? What if I do that? What if I say, hey, stay tuned for Pairs 3, where I stop biting my lip, if that's at all possible. Love ya. Hey everybody, this is Ryan Sierre, your favorite chocolatey eclair. Thanks so much for checking out my amateur voice acting. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you wanna give feedback. Thanks so much.